It's Valentine's Day, which is the perfect time to talk about A Match Made in Venice, my most recent book, because it is set in one of the most romantic cities in the world. And I'd love to hear about your romantic escapades in Venice, so comment below. But also because ideas of love and romance and Valentine's Day itself feature in the book. It's about someone who's a little bit skeptical of empty romantic gestures and her journey towards actually falling in love. And of course the challenge I set myself as the writer of how can you give a romantic gesture to someone who doesn't appreciate romantic gestures. You'll have to read the book to see how Piero, the love interest, solved that one for me. I'll read you a short passage from the part of the book that's set on Valentine's Day. You'll see it's quite close to the end, but I'm not going to give away any spoilers. So here you have Valentine's Day in Venice. Didi stared at the distant pink above the horizon, wisps of clouds reflecting the sinking sun. She glanced at her watch. 5:24. She had 12 minutes. Piero had 12 minutes. The gondolier stood lazily on his perch, leaning on a piling. As Didi had expected, her request hadn't been met with any curiosity or surprise by the bearded hipster gondolier who'd introduced himself as Pino, in his jaunty straw hat and striped shirt under a puffy gilet. Didi wrapped the plush throw blanket more tightly around her shoulders and gazed out at the lagoon with a smile. She wasn't going to regret riding on a gondola. The perspective was different, down by the gently lapping water, looking up at the stone bridges and Gothic windows, studying the colourful reflections of the crumbling buildings. The piazza was packed, and Carnevale was still in full swing. A group of revellers in the most outrageous masks had been up on stage as Didi had hurried past. The full face masks had glittered in gold and silver with butterflies, silk, feathers and embroidery. Despite the convivial announcer and jovial crowd, the masks weren't smiling, which made Didi giggle. Venice took its folly very seriously. Her emotions had experienced their own raucous upheaval while the city enjoyed its final revels before the sobriety of Ash Wednesday in a few days. How different the world looked to her today. You'll have to see what happens next as Didi waits in the gondola on Valentine's Day. See you later. Happy Valentine's Day.